Got some things on my mind, you know? I ain't trying to offend nobody, this is just how I feel. Besides, it's only a poem. It's called I Am That I Am. I am a colony at the mercy of a superpower. I am a liver at the mercy of a party animal. I am not quite Afro to be black. I am not quite Euro to be white. I am a spick. I am not Hispanic. I am Latino. Do your research. I am indifferent towards the governmental definition of my skin. I am the kin of Taino victims of genocide. I am useless when asked a question in Spanish. I am only Puerto Rican when outside of the island's borders. I am from the borough. I am an earthworm slithering through the apple. I am a tapeworm in the belly of the beast. I am a broom in the anus of pigs who raped Abner Louima. I am the songs of Solomon. I am the Psalms of David. I am Aristotle's Poetics. I am Nas's Illmatic. I am Shakespeare rolling a blunt in a staircase that reeks of all kinds of bodily fluids. I am too smart for a GED. I am too ignorant to pull my pants up. I am a product of my environment. I am full of excuses. I am lazy. I am my own worst enemy. I am strongest in the acceptance of my weakness. I am weakest in the rejection of my streetness. I am the son of a preacher. I am the tongue of a teacher. I am the heart of a young lord with the lungs of a Rasta. I am too dope to be a Democrat. I am too real to be a Republican. I am not your brother in Christ. I am a bullhorn of blasphemy that sends believers scream into their imagination. I am David autographing Goliath's forehead. I am Samson minus Delilah. I am Cupid's proudest hit. I am slim and quick. I am long and thick. I am a slow kiss. I am hard dick and bubblegum. I am the personification of knowledge you ain't gonna read about in no fucking textbook. I am the adopted son of every Puerto Rican queen involuntarily sterilized by an evil empire. I am the souls of illegal spics who died on 9/11 with names you will never hear or see on no fucking memorial. How the hell can I possibly be proud to be an American? I am a thorn in Satan's side. I am anointed. I am a mama's boy. I am my father's son. I am Romeo after Rosaline. I am Malcolm after his pilgrimage. I am catharsis. But above all else, I do not give a fuck.
Let's get Diana Blue. Diana Blue, you here? Yeah! Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up!
My name is Deanna, and it's a little poem called Laundry Day. Piling the week's worth of soiled clothing, sorting and separating colors from the whites, delicates from the not so delicate. Inside the machine, the darks go, tossing in without a care, until I passed that black t-shirt I wore the last time I saw him, and I smelled it closely to see if his musky cologne remained. Brought me back to that humid August night, waiting for the train that never came. Sweat dripping down his neck, my nerves beating hard in my chest. For a pleasing goodbye, taking a sign when the E came twice to run up to the platform and get what I wanted all night long. Laundry day, you came too soon, and so did he.
Okay, I got another fun fact. Actually, what does the word taíno mean? What does the word taíno mean? It means reserved people. It was Christopher Columbus gave the Indians on the island that name when he conquered the islands. It means reserved people. So basically, Christopher Columbus was calling our people cowards. So please, if you hear me say that I don't believe in representing myself as a Taino, or through Taino culture, I don't believe in that name. It was Arawak Indians and Carib Indians that ran the island, not Tainos. That was a word that was named, that was given to the Indians on the island by Christopher Columbus. So another fun fact for you guys. So yeah, let's give us some love again. For my special surprise, my lovely girlfriend is actually coming up next. So everybody give it up for Sita! Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, Brian, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Alright, so I go by Christina. C-Tap's my poetry name, Call to Adolescent People. And now I'm Susia because I go out to Susio. That's the only reason.
That's not my fault. I'm sorry.
I blame you. Alright. My poem is entitled, Do You Regret It? You ask me, what's my name? Then you follow up that question with, how's your head game? Tsunami wave trains flow canals that crash over my heart. My brain is gasping for air. I'm sorry if that's too personal. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. The audacity. He's going to kiss his mother with those lips. My mind has to take a shower with his clothes on, feeling wretched, asking myself, did I deserve it? I do not wear apple bottoms, so why do you think you could take a bite? Was my friend's first policy too sexy? Was my interest in your interest dirty talk? So while I have you, pay attention. The touch of my skin is not for sale. Can't be bought with your sweetheart because, let's be honest, love isn't a 3-letter word. I know I'm not tempted. Even tell me you're surprised how far you would have been with a girl in this matter of time. Reverse psychology arrow shoots and insults my intelligence. Calling me a conservative and shy, you're not spontaneous, are you? Thinking you're gonna do what? Try and make me prove you wrong. No. I don't care how much you like my assets or I managed to stand slim up top but body blooms into a grandmother's skirt. I don't care how you feel, you can't help yourself. For your finger's sake, keep your sanity, because something might break. You're surprised that I don't melt in your hand. My skin's history is a story inked between pages in my temple. Only kings can read, and only my king can read, you peasant. Disrespect my position by asking me my favorite position, you terrorist. Strapping yourself with bombs that will destroy a woman's belief in chivalry, you're an untouchable. Trying to steal handfuls to feed your mojo. I know as far as the male sex goes, I will not be controlled by some beating hearts that are just trying to beat. I will not live in a world where hellos have condoms slipped on them and Hyde's return lubricates the situation. I will not meet someone for the first time with a straight face, allow him to grab my waist. I am precious. Like a muse reincarnated, I inspire. Like Eleanor Roosevelt, I'm a woman and refuse to be treated inferior. So get your hands off of me and your eyes where I can see them. And stop mentally violating my sex. It's a lifestyle I feel you will live to regret.
All right, next up, we got our former president of the Hostos Puerto Rican Club and one of our favorite characters in the club room, Venus
This cement rose blossoms with endurance and persistence to rise above and slit the throats of cat callers and rip the lips off kissy-faced mongrels, renouncing the mommy. But I cannot and will not deny Mr. Brooklyn. He, on the other hand, can do whatever he likes. He puts me at a loss of words. To fight the fight that is him and me on him, him in me. There is no escape, not that I was looking for one. His quicksand has my heart. Oh, Sandman, suck me in harder. Let me drown in you, and you can have all the marbles. Just let me carve my initials into your chest. Lessons in between the sheets rush the tides and inflame the riotous rivers. These tantric tactics timidly tease the tendons tied to my tenacious tulips. That tasted good rolling off the tongue. Indeed, that's what he said. I'm opening and spreading for him, on him, with the exhale of his love notes on the back of my neck. I melt 1,000 times, wanting and waiting for him to let me gush. Fondling my canal street with the rod of his Williamsburg Bridge, I became a martyr to his myrtle, dubbed his Manhattan Queen, he my Stanhope State. We sailed past Atlantic and docked on the Central Ave of our metropolitan dreams, where we knocked out lights from the bedpost of our New York City skyline. God would thunder against the sky to tell us to keep it down, because Brooklyn goes hard, it goes hard. And in the late night after hours, his silent platform brings the clankety clunk of chaos to a halt. Trains of disturbance have been delayed, so they must stand by because we won't be moving shortly. Because he's thanking me for writing his MTA.
Our last performer for the first round will be, actually this is a funny story. So I brought this guy into the club room, right? So it'd be because I'm called Sucio, and my other name is Eiffel because they kind of go together or whatever. So they ended up, this is funny, everybody who gets connected to me ends up getting a nickname stemming from mine. So they call him Forchito. So it's kind of funny. So let's give it up for Richie!
When I first saw you, I lost my breath. As if I had just seen something that would stop my heart. I felt as if it was the start of something new and something fresh, and it would just... I don't know what to say or how to say it, how to show my affection, which is a reflection of my heart, my soul, my body, my mind. Damn, I'm nervous as your lips touch mine. A girl with your beauty, your soul so fine. Your soft skin, your soft touch. I'm contemplating in my mind, damn, this is too much. A single rub on my chest is like a stroke on the instrument, which is my heart, playing the melody that captures me entirely. My essence, my soul, my being, the meaning that equals me. With you, I feel whole. Without you, I don't know if I can continue this life of mine, filled with pain all the time, driving me crazy in my mind. You're like the medication that the doctor prescribed, the doctor being Cupid and my heart that patient. Throughout time, I've developed patience, and it all got better with one thing, you.
This is my love poem right here. Baby!
Yeah, I'm over here.
Lately, I've been disturbed by your sadness. Sadly, no one seems to offer you happiness. If you need anything, I'll have your back with gladness, like the roar of fight fans for a gladiator's actions. If you ever fell, I'd be a knight in shining armor, pick you up with both arms and blow your mind like 10 nukes in the summer. The world could sever my legs, and I'd still run to your rescue. If you ever needed a helping hand, I'd cut mine off and give it to you. Cause I got your back from the physical to the mental and all in between. Scenes of extreme passion lasting like the vision of a dream. You gave me verbal resuscitation and revived me. Your words encouraging like overcoming an impossible odyssey. You made it possible for me to reveal my potency and character. You charred the bar of ample disaster. You made extinct to put a loneliness inside my heart, a scar that only your smile could heal. I painted your face on the ceiling, so in the morning, I can see your eyes reveal. The love I search for beyond yonder's wake, to only want you for lechery would be a dire mistake. For your mind far surpasses the madness of a malignant mastermind. You magically magnetize my mind like a magnificent mandate. I pray the Lord give me the strength to make your face ache. From the pain of laughing for years on straight, your face is so beautiful. I could bask in your ambiance for eternity. Certainly, your figure is a sign of divinity, because when I look at you, my eyes go crazy. Like Mexican jumping beans, beneath my skin lies my soul, decorated by your majesty. If you ever needed money, I'd give you my bank account. If you ever got into a fight, I'd hold your jewelry without a doubt. If you ever needed me to climb Mount Everest, I'd climb it without any arms, because I have more space in my heart for you than a roach has in a farm. You are the bomb, and you blew up the blockade around my heart, saving me from God's tears like Noah's Ark. I'll have your back, and I do mean every part, because in the end, you were always there for me, even in the dark. And for that, I'll love you with a passion beyond that of Christ's crucifixion. You are my true love forever. You are my eternal addiction. So, we have a bit of a problem. We have a newcomer on the mic who's afraid to come up. So, I'm gonna need you guys to show her a lot of love and support. Her name is Gabby!
Yeah, I wrote this for the stupid kid who doesn't know what he wants. You know how that feels, right? Yeah. Alright, shh. Going back and forth in this game we all play, all searching for the right one, but never know the day it'll come. Why, I ask, do we waste time being unsure? Feels like I'm playing one-on-one with LeBron, never get a shot off. Playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. I never seem to get it right, giving up on the game, turn nocturnal, just throughout the sun. Don't need it anymore, why give you the light to follow? You're too busy doubting yourself, second-guessing everything you do, and say the truth's just too hard to swallow. I've given you all you need to work with, but you stay. They're contemplating, analyzing every move you never could heed your own advice. Not everything's black and white, there's areas shaded gray. That's where we lie in the middle, waiting to be pulled in the direction. Why? Why subject ourselves to that scrutiny, that hypocrisy, slowly validating ourselves based on another's affection? So here we are. What are we gonna do? I'm tired of the game. My heart's pounding in my chest with anticipation and longing. I said my piece. It's your turn now. I'm giving you all the singles, play the right cards. Giving you everything you need to unlock the door. What are you gonna do? The ball's in your court.
Fun fact about Puerto Rico. 1493. What does that date mean? Anybody know? So 1493 was the day that the day that Christopher Columbus came to the island. And the other flag, which we don't have up because we couldn't find it in the room, is a Grito de Lares flag. People don't know about that flag. It looks kind of like the Dominican flag. It's the same shape. It was actually created by a Dominican. A lot of people don't know that, which is kind of funny. They made that flag when the people on the island revolted against the Spaniards in those days. So just to let you know, a little fun fact for you guys. So let's get this show on a roll. We got our talented young brother coming back to the mic named Justin.
Yo, give it up for all the poets, man. There's some amazing poets sitting up the stage, man. It's an honor to share the stage with y'all, real talk. I think I'm gonna do two shorter pieces. The first one I'm gonna do is about love. Not the kind of love that y'all have been talking about, not romantic love, just love in general. And this other one is, next one I'm gonna do is a little intense. Might offend a few people. Like I said, man, it's just a poem. Get over it. The first poem is called From Me With Love. This poem is for the homies that won't hesitate to punch tough love straight through my chest if ever they catch me waiting by a phone. For the gangsters I done given a shoulder to. For the thugs I met in the sandbox, this poem is for y'all. This poem is to be shared with single mothers, with steel backbones. The ones that squat with the weight of a man's world on their shoulders. I knew a bad one. Who curled newborn weight that a man wouldn't even try to lift. Drop dead gorgeous was she. I promised her I would write her a poem. So here it is, baby girl. I guess I should do this shit for real father figures as well. Especially you, Dad. Because although we part ways on matters of the spiritual, nothing short of God's grace can mold me into half the man that you are. And everyone who knows you knows that. That is why I did this for you. I did it for you too, Mom. Because you could have went to work to keep the cable on. But as long as we had rice and beans, me, Joe, and Brittany was more important. Speaking of rice and beans, I gotta show love to Puerto Rican potheads that lace their bud with adobo. The ones that don't look down on me for choosing the European language over another. This is for you, from me, with love. There's enough to go around the poets that host open mics in the ghetto and that stand on cold feet for an hour because only the first 20 get to spit. The ones with CDs and books under their belt with no microphone plugs be the same ones that show me love from day one. This here belongs to you as well. For eyes that meet and make love at first sight. For true lovers who fucked the first night. That rhyme was for y'all, alright? And biracial couples, because they don't make a love more beautiful than yours. We are a better human race because of you. This is a gesture of gratitude. One love. Thank you. Fuck it, I'm just go straight into number 2. I throw poems like stones through homes of stain. Glass windows, that's my word. I wish they would let me do a poem in church. I show these motherfuckers a thing or two. You gotta have faith to put hope in that book, because faith is believing. Don't be asking no fucking questions. Faith is what had my mother saying amen when preacher man said, wives from the womb of Adam's rib, submit to your husbands. Pops came home and made me read it and told me he better not catch me listening to Dr. Dre, because I mean that's just not how you talk to a lady, right? Read your Bible, Christian. Go anoint something with oil. Fall on humble knees and bow your head in prayer. Do whatever the fuck you damn well please, but please save your sermon. Because I've heard it in every language, from every angle, for my entire life, and I don't buy any of it. I do not believe a word of it, and they that do are deceived. I choose not to worship one who dangles forbidden knowledge of good and evil in front of his children and disappears from their indulgence of it. Call me crazy for thinking that people don't come back from the dead. Call me King David for using this pen like his harp and penetrating the page like Bathsheba. Call me the proud son of a pastor, because that is what I am. But do not call me a Christian, because I am so not your brother in Christ.
Yeah, our next performer we got coming up is Diana Blue.
I want this again because it makes me feel better. Makes me feel like I'm a professor. Yeah, okay. This one's called Ode to My Tongue. My tongue is my favorite muscle. It's strong and sharp. It strikes with quick-witted utterance that stream out, whips and lashes across my lover's body. bending my tongue to tickle his fancy as I glide in different idiomas, whispering sweet nothing in his ears, signaling his body the pleasures to come. How I love the taste when our tongues meet, both to tongue, the strongest muscle we have. It can bend and crack words needed to describe the pleasing sense of secreting saliva, shoving my tongue in his mouth, wrapping around, swallowing my lover's words.
So, coming back up to the stage, our lovely former president, Venus Bailey.
This one's called Little One. This one I wrote for my little sister. Little one, play in the sun, I'll fight the shadows away. Frolic in the rays of innocence, my determined sword will slay the dragon of welfare dependency. The pleasures of the world are found in your starry, ignorant eyes. Unbruised, gentle skin, you aren't to be branded nor scorned. Dance with the moon and collect the stars, they are your nightlights. Dream catchers surround you both night and day. You are my flower child, the ultimate super flower. You will blossom and thrive, even the toughest of winters, because you cannot fail. Our system has failed you, but I won't. Hold the light, the gleam looks good on you, my pretty babe. I only hope your heart can endure, because though I will fight, it'll be a tough battle. Deceit with your mother and incompetence your father are from their union, my flower babe. Though the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, we were planted at the top of a hill. I've fallen with the mindset on greener pastures, and when you fall, my dear flower babe, I will be sure to catch you, and the glory and wonders of the world will be yours to have and to hold. Winds may blow and weeds may tarnish your roots, but I'll feed you strength and wisdom to endure. I'll provide backbone to your withersome stem. We will make it through, pretty babe. Just wait and see. It'll seem as though you have made a wrong turn, but don't fret. All I ask is for you to trust me. I hope you do.
We got a special surprise for y'all. My girlfriend actually brought her friend. So they're actually going to do a dual poem, both of them. So here comes C-Tap and Cedar.
This poem was inspired by a poem that then inspired a poem that we never got to write.
But we will.
We will! Eventually. But until then, Monologues, Part 1. My father used to hold my hand when I crossed the street, like if I let go I wouldn't be his daughter anymore. He used to put me to sleep with candy corn and caramel because it was my favorite. He used to kiss my cheek when sleep paid a movie across the backs of my eyelids. And he knew what to do when I screamed because of a bad dream. And he used to chase around those nightmares and mash and slip through the cracks of my invisible dream catcher. And still had time to threaten the monsters under my bed. Then disappear for months at a time without a single excuse, knowing I wouldn't hold a grudge because that's not what daddy's girls do. Baba used to act like we were a real family until money became an issue. See, we were wasting it like one-ply bathroom tissue. Money was misused and abused. That even our love became material too. Now, who knew that Dad would start coming home late at night? And I want that dinner plate I left especially spotless for him. I'd be asleep by the time he came home from work, and I'd still be sleeping when he left for work in the morning. I mean, I can understand why he was working all that extra overtime. He was trying to be the father he promised he'd be, because watching his family live poor was not where he imagined he'd be. A childhood full of broken promises still echoes into every sunrise, and those situations have brought me and him closer. My memory unspeakably keeps us apart. And the attempts at hugs he never used to try to receive, and the kisses he only gave his imagination now feel uncomfortable to me. Insulted by Padres, they attempt to provide to me his well of knowledge, but still he breathes, sleeps, and tries. Translation. My father, I don't think you know your power over me. Part 2. To all the guys that, hey Rob, what you doing? Yo, let me walk with you. Hey yo, you got a man, you looking lovely. Put a smile on your face. Damn, shorty's banging. Yeah, how you doing? I just want to be a friend. Psst, you're not that fine anyway. Even that both of these conversations are just one-liners. R. Kelly wanna be around us. That one line became two. It started like, hey, how are you? Can I get a minute? Those few minutes became hours of conversation.
Intellectual stimulation.
Then those hours became years, and I was able to relinquish my fears that you were only here to use. And the next thing I knew, it was me. And I threw my insecurities across the room.
As well as her clothes.
You're gonna fuck you up.
But it's the truth.
But as the story goes, it followed like sweat pours.
My tears pour.
You came around knowing me, loving me. My dedication goes out to you.
You were the one to let nature run through. Use your love to penetrate my mental. My first love you are, and you knew what was what when why wasn't enough. This is for you. To that guy who thought it's okay to go on vacay, start messing around with other girls, coming back home talking about to eat. You're my world. Baby, I love you.
And like a fool,
I took you.
and kept you close in my heart, close enough for you to yank on the chains. Some lessons you gotta learn the hard way, and the list goes on.
To that guy who
thought taking me to a cheap motel
was thoughtful as long as he paid for the cab ride home, thinking, well, it's okay.
I'll just catch her off guard.
That way she can't say no.
Me on my back counting 172 times, watching Upside Down Robin Big.
Didn't even want to look.
At the condition my body was in.
At this point, I'm tired, but the bed isn't made. So the maid, she won't be making her pay today. See, the windows are open, but the blinds are shut. So no sunshine will seep through the charter guard's frames. But guess what? I'll let you sleep on my bed anyway.
And at this point, I'm trying to step above the physical pain that has left me emotionally scarred. I'm hopeful, and even though these memories have blurred my sight, these notches will not leave me breathless, even if my gut's too tight.
I need someone to help me believe in.
I can't believe. I actually still believe in true love. Thank you.
So I ask you, what happens when two combined forces clash? Exploding like catastrophic collisions of meteoric perceptions and visions. What if the two components became opponents? Like fire versus water, revenge versus forgiveness, or pride versus being content? This is the dilemma my entire life I've spent. Trying to understand how my anger can be so fervent, yet love flows from my soothing hands. How my pride can be so vicious, yet I act like I barely can. Half my heart is full of mustard seeds of hatred that have grown into forests of a ferocious figure that could topple Olympus. But on the other side of the mountain lies an ocean, filled with gallons of affection, liters of compassion, and salt crystals of love that melt away icebergs of hostility. Leaving behind fresh waters of tranquility. My abilities reach far beyond the atmosphere, bringing together planets of frustration and patience. I am half God and half Satan, brought together in the womb of the universe, cursed and blessed at birth with the temper of a titan and the dedication of a siren. I am more disciplined than the monks of Byron and more reckless than any historical tyrant. Half my heart loves with the flaming passion of a Latin sun, and hates with the tenacity of a cold rebellious gun, shooting Holocaust, hollow points, genocide grenades, and nuclear Nagasaki napalm, sucking the life out of this world like factories manufacturing artificial life forms, and the revival of Mother Teresa's tears, turning barren wastelands into exotic green pastures, emitting rays of a golden opportunity for my poetry to create harmony amongst our segregated people. That is my purpose, to intertwine the cultures of malice and benign, to pierce the Kevlar of fear and ignorance with indigenous javelins that will create civilized wounds, thus uniting our spirits into a spiritual gene pool. Remember, although he may be black, I Hispanic, and you whites, we are all still human. We all bleed the same color blood, and the composition of the oxygen we breathe hasn't changed. Do not divide, instead exchange. Ideas, cultures, and philosophies, keeping the propensities of anomalies at a distance the Hubble telescope couldn't picture. Uniting diversities into a galaxy of free creative expression, changing the canvas of outer space into a portrait of heavenly proportions. Ignorance is color distorted, so call this artistic extortion. Making blood money off double-barreled thoughts, a hitman with a heart, a connected contradiction unseen on intergalactic grids.
All right. I'm sure almost all of you heard me singing, even if you may have, even if you didn't know who I was. I'm one of the guys who sings on the bridge. I'm usually the loudest one. And harmonica boy. I get both names. All right, I actually got a couple if you guys don't mind. All right. The first one you may have actually heard in the song version, but I've been told by a couple of friends that it seems a bit more powerful just as spoken word. It's called I Met a Girl. I met a girl, kind as can be, wonderful soul, wonderful being. I met a girl, but unfortunately, she already met someone before she met me. I met a girl I can't get off of my mind. I met a girl of an unusual kind. But there's things I can't say, though we could hang out all day. I just can't get any closer than that. And though I could try and fail, I know, no matter how loud that I wail at the problem, it's still there. And I know that I need a miracle to save this wonderful dream of what I'll have with this girl. I met a girl, wise as a sage. She knows more things than some people twice her age. She can take anything, make it of value to somebody. She is so much worth that I want her for only me. But every girl that I've ever felt this way for has done the same thing to me, and I can't take it anymore. I reach this one place, and I have found to it'll always be bound, to never cross that line, just friends. But yet she can't explain why I look like I'm in pain every time that she mentions his name. I met a girl, kind as can be, but she doesn't know and may never know what's bothering me. I met a girl, but unfortunately, she already met someone before she met me. Okay. Just gotta pop up the notepad on my phone.
Cell phone. I'll do it.
No, this phone's literally got a notepad. I got like 20 poems in this thing. All right. Back on the path of this same rail line, back in the belly of this iron beast, stuck on a track that I cannot define, conformed to their nature, I've become their feast. Once I was able to turn where I wanted, down any avenue I could have chose, but lately I've been naught but downtrodden since I lost my freedom, I propose. And as the tension leaves my legs, that one's pushed me to great feats. They may as well turn to wood pegs, dead limbs they are now, with naught left to bleed. They once took risks and they once took flight down the lit, though restless streets. Now they crawl into the beast and die and wither in its belly into atrophy. And all these people in this car give me a stare of disbelief as I hang my armor from my arm and among them take a seat. In this dungeon below the ground where the sun doth never shine, oh, on what path am I now? All I know is that it's not mine. I'm sure it was laid by great men. Great minds, I'm sure, planned its glory, but now it's swallowing me again into the abyss of monotony. No alteration, no adventure, just a box trapped on a line. Rigidity and attack on my nature, for this path that I'm on I cannot realign. And as I succumb to Slavic corpulence, losing my will to keep moving on, my strength which once was in abundance, without its trainer is soon to be gone. I can kill the man who led me to this, but as the truth to me becomes clear, it's my fault I have befallen this, for not allowing myself to have fear. I once thought myself invincible, and in the way of Socrates I am. But though my thoughts remain impregnable, my actions can still be damned. And so they've damned me to this beast, and so they've damned me to this line, and so they've damned me to Satan's feast, for this path that I'm on I cannot define. Sing a song? Well, since I have a drummer here, I might actually get some help with this one. All right. I'm going to give you a beat, and I just want you to keep it up because I can't do both at the same time. touch my skin. See, nothing happened last night. You said the story's a lie, it's that it's not as it seems. You said my jealousy was causing all my horrible dreams, but I know what you did and who you did it with. No way to justify it. You said it was me you were with, but no bad dreams can keep you up at night. Wow, I lie awake. You were holding him tight. The paths that we choose lead in two different directions. Forever or else a meaningless conception. I went up, oh, you were going down. But word about what you did finally came around, and you couldn't see what you had me. Now you won't see me for an eternity, 'cause no bad dreams could keep you up at night. Wow, I lie awake. You